The 15th of June, Rabbi Furst, Havos Halavovos. I'm doing great, thank you, thank God. How are you, Rabbi?
Fine, fine, Baruch Hashem. So, yeah, good. As Lou mentioned, this is Rabbi Shlomo First here, Shiva Samanach for Yerushalayim Care Zoom. First Shir this morning, we're learning, as we mentioned, Sefer Havos Halavovos Shar Heshbon Shar Heshbon Hanefesh, and we are in the 10th of the 30 different ways of a person taking spiritual accountings with himself. This one, number 10, is primarily dealing with the uh, discrepancy between our knowledge of that Hashem is watching us constantly, aware of all our thoughts, speech, and behavior, as compared to um, our actual behavior. Meaning, if we would really take to heart and integrate the knowledge that Hashem is in fact watching us, observing us, monitoring us at all times, we would most likely behave differently than we are behaving on a regular basis. Um, but being human, so we don't always keep this in mind. It's very, we can forget this if we don't try and train our minds to this way of thinking. And but nevertheless, we have to try and do that. That's part of what our um, avoda is in this world. So let's see. I believe um, we did the first paragraph for sure. I think maybe um, it's worth I think we maybe got um, somewhat into the second paragraph. Yeah, no, we did the second paragraph. Right. So good. Let's start with the third paragraph. Who would like to read? Any volunteers?
I think my background noise is gone. I think I can read now. Um,
Okay.
it was V'chasher Yitamid al Zeh.
Right.
That's who we are? Okay. So
Yeah.
when Yitamid is continuously?
Yeah. Actually, one second. No, one paragraph from that. Kasher yeh ini lazeh. One that short paragraph, three liner just above that.
V'chasher Yeh Ha'inyan Hazeh. Excuse me. My asthma's been acting up.
Unfortunately,
Sorry about that.
it's okay. It's okay.
Um, so when we're discussing this subject, uh, Sham Kale Rayon Ha Hame'amin Tamid the Heshbon the Chashav Ha me Tadir al Nefesh Alav. Um, what is Rayon?
Ryan is a thought or concept. Maybe like more. It's more than just a thought. It's like more like a concept. This concept that Hashem is absolutely omniscient, knowing and observing and recording all that we think, say, and we do. Right. So that's this Ryan, this concept. Right. Uh,
And the next word, amin, is that belief, faith?
well, yeah, that's true. But with the hey, it makes it the one who believes.
Ah, the one who believes continuously.
Meaning,
Uh,
meaning, meaning he the person who believes this. and he's been taught and understands and he believes that Hashem is in fact completely omniscient regarding everything that he and anything else that happens in Hashem's world. So the one who believes this,
So the one who believes this all the time, and he thinks, uh, uh, he thinks he believes
well,
all
it's
the
like this.
time.
Meaning, the first step is he has to believe it, right? So, assuming a person believes it, so then the next step is he has to chashiv hamaymin tadir imnashu alav, that he the one who believes this, right? So continually he should be considering this belief on a regular, constant basis for himself. Meaning, this is vital information, right? It's vital information, right? That he's being observed by Kadosh Baruch Hu, and that vital information is in fact so vital that he should never forget it.
Yeah, ha borei yisbarach nimtza imo be bimitzifono. Uh, it will be that the Creator may be blessed, finds with him in his mind, nimtza imo.
Right, meaning this is the consequence of this of this continual belief and continual um, knowledge. I mean, look, to make it in short, the phrase, and the Shulchan Aruch almost begins Shavisi Hashem Nenegdi Tamid, right? You've heard that phrase, and we've actually even discussed it from time to time. Shavisi Hashem Nenegdi Tamid. Actually, tell you the truth. Is it easy for you to pick up and get a Mishnah Berurah Chelik Aleph?
Uh, Let me see if I can get it. Hold on a second.
Thank you. Very good.
Okay, I've got it.
Okay, very good. If you it's open to the excuse me, open up to the very first page, Siman Aleph, Sif Aleph, the very first halacha.
Okay, let's see if I can find that. Olive. Okay, Yiskaber,
That's right.
uh, Ka'ari, La'amod, Baboker, La'avodas, Bor'o, Sheyehei, Hu, Me'orer, Hashachar. So Gaber is with fortitude. Kari, like a lion, uh, should one stand in the morning.
You should get up. You should get up out of his bed in the morning
Right?
with the might of a lion.
The might of a lion. uh, to serve his creator, that it should be for him that he is aroused in the morning.
Yeah, he should be the one to awaken or arouse the morning. Not that the morning wakes him up. He's sleeping in his bed and you hear the birds chirping, the sun's crawling into his bedroom. No, he's the one who's supposed to wake up the morning, not the morning supposed to wake up him. That's not the way to serve Hashem.
Right.
Hashem wants us to. We're the ones that wake up the morning. So that's how you have to serve Hashem. So so now there are more ads. This is what we really need here at this point.
Okay, al kopanim lo yiacher zaman he hatafila shehatibur mispalalim. So al kol panim in any case, uh, he should not delay the time of his prayer that the congregation is praying.
Right. So meaning even if he can't get up really early, but nevertheless he shouldn't think that he has all morning. No, he should at least try. At least if he can't be up before the morning time, which might be hard for some people. So, but he should at least be able to wake up in time that he should be able to get to the minyan on time for davening. So now this next point is the Ramah is going to be important to what we're discussing now.
Okay. So Shivisi Hashem Lenegdi Tamid Hu Klal Gadol B'Torah Uv'Ma'alos Hatzadikim Asher Holchim Lifnei HaElokim. So let's see. Shivisi, he should establish Hashem corresponding to him continuously.
He should. I mean, it's a little bit of a hard, but it's like he should he should have in mind the Kadosh Baruch Hu uh, continually. He should always have in mind the Kadosh Baruch Hu.
This is a great rule of the Torah. Ma'alos. I don't know ma'alos. It's on high.
Well, sort of. It's like it's a virtue of those who are tzaddikim.
It's a virtue of the tzaddikim that holchin is that they travel.
Yeah, or they go. They go. Go ahead.
They go before Hashem. Ki ein yeshivas ha'adam utenu osav va'asakav v'hu levado beveso ki shivaso usenu osav va'asakav v'hu livnei melech gadol. Okay, so let's see. Because he does not yeshivas, he does not dwell.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, his dwelling or his 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 like his relaxation, his dwelling or his relaxation in his house.
Ah, so he should not be relaxing in his house. Um, and his deeds and his activities uh, alone in his house where he's dwelling. Uh,
He's making a contrast here, meaning the person's um, dwelling and relaxation in his house, right, is and asakov and his activities, right, um, they're not the same, right, when he's in his house, kishivosoi, uh, when it's going to be when he's sitting in the presence and his behavior and his activities are in front of a great king. Right? That's what he means again. He says, Ki ein yeshivas ha'adam v'tunosav v'asakov ulavada b'beisoi, that it's not the way of a person who's dwelling in his house and his movements and his activities when he's alone in his house, kashivaso v'tunosav v'asakov, and are they're not going to be the same as if he's when he's sitting and moving and involved with activities lifnei melech gadol, before a great king. He's obviously going to act differently when he's all by himself in his house as compared to when he's going to be in the presence of a great king.
and what is this word for asakav?
Activities, right? Like we say in the Birkas Torah, right? Osek we should be osek b'divrei Torah. We should actively involved in the words of Torah.
Right. Yeah. Uh, okay. So his deeds and his activities when he's in his house are not the same as his deeds and activities when he is in front of the king.
Right.
Below di buro v'har chavas piv kirtono v'hu im anshe beso ukurovav kediburo b'moshav hamelech. And his words what is this word v'har chavas?
Right. So, harchavas piv. That's a phrase. Meaning, it's not his dibro, his speech, and harchavas piv, and his literally the openings of his mouth, meaning the way meaning his words, dibro, his words, and his speech of his mouth, or kitsono, or when, according to his own will, right? I mean, he's all by himself, or just in the presence of his own family. He speaks freely, the way he likes.
And when he's with the people of his house, uh, and he's close to them.
The Krova is meaning his relatives, his family members.
Oh, his relatives. Uh,
Mm.
so the Anshe Beso Ukurovo, that's everybody in his house.
Right.
Um, Kediboru b'moshav hamelech should be like the words of the place of the king.
Well, again, this is like he's contrasting again. Below divroi v'rachavas piv hirtzono v'hu im anshe beso v'krovov kidivroi v'moshe v'melech. That it's not the way he speaks and talks when he's freely along with his family and relatives, uh, the same as when he's speaking in the audience of the king, Moshe Vamelech, in the audience of the king. He speaks much differently when he's in the audience of the king as opposed when he's just in his own home with his family members.
Kol shekain yasim ha'adam el libo she hamelech hagadol hakadosh baruch hu kol shekain, all the more so yasim, that when he places when a man places uh, his heart uh, with the great uh, King Hashem, Asher Malo Kol Haaretz, that the whole world is filled with him, Kivodo, with his honor. Omer Alav, he says to him, V'ro'eh b'ma'asav, uh, and he sees his deeds.
Right, meaning kol shekain even more, meaning for, from the very basic level when a person's all by himself, uh, the way he acts and behaves and talks, and even when he's in his own comfort of his own home along with his family members. The way he talks in those situations is certainly not the same as he speaks and behaves in front of a king, right? And now even more so, right? That if you think that you're constantly in the before Kadosh Baruch Hu, your behavior should be great and much differently, and than even in the presence of a king of Basar V'Dam.
Commotion Mar, as it says, Im Yisater Ish Bemis Tarim Va'ani Lo Enu Neum Hashem. Uh, if
This is like a rhetorical question. The person is like the Navi making a rhetorical question.
what is Yisater?
That means it's from the same thing as like the word Esther. Esther means like concealed, right? Sater is that it's im yistar mistarim. If a person will be hidden away in meaning is a question. Is a person hidden away in concealed places? Do you think a person is really hidden away in concealed places?
And I don't see him, says Hashem.
You really think that's the case?
So that's it. What? That's a rhetorical question.
Right. Does a person think he's really hiding from Hashem in concealed places and Hashem doesn't see him? Whom Hashem? Is it not
Right.
so that this is Hashem? So a person is going to realize the truth. So miyad yigia elav hayiro.
Immediately he feels uh, upon him fear. Uh, Na'a befacher befached Hashem Yisbarach uvashto mimenu tamid. Uh, so he feels uh, fear and servitude. Befachad is also fear.
Right. Pachad is fear, right?
Uh, the name
Well,
may be blessed.
he will fear from Hashem, Yisbarach, right?
Right. And he fears from Hashem is it may be blessed. And he's embarrassed from this
Tamid continually.
continually.
Continually. Right, that's it. Okay, stop there. That's good for now.
Okay. So what did he say? He said that person doesn't act in front of Hashem the way he acts when he's in his home with his family and friends, and he should be embarrassed about this all the time.
Right.
Okay. So this embarrassment should make a person change his actions, that he's actually acting the same when he's in front of Hashem as when he's in private.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's how it's supposed to change his behavior. He should be behaving in private, right? Just as well and with as much um, carefulness and consideration as if he was actually in front of the most powerful person in the world, and even more so when you're thinking about a Kadosh Baruch Hu. So, so this is what the Ramah said. This is the Milas of Tzaddikim. Tzaddikim have this virtue that they have implanted within their hearts and minds this concept that Hashem is in fact watching over them constantly, right? There's nothing Hashem doesn't know about what they're thinking, what they're saying, what they're doing. That there's no hiding from Hashem. So they have incorporated this concept into their minds, and therefore it shapes their behavior. They're very careful not to do anything that would in any way compromise their behavior in the eyes of a Kadosh Baruch Hu. And that's what this Heshbon and Hanefesh of the Havos Halavovos is talking about in this particular case. That we want to maintain a high level of uh, fear from Hashem, and we want to behave appropriately because of that. Now, we're not saying it's an easy thing to achieve, but that's at least the goal.
So this is basically the effect or the side effect of a person trying to maintain an awareness of Hashem.
Right. That awareness of Hashem, right, and the knowledge that Hashem is very interested in what we're doing, and he's very concerned for us, for our own sakes, about what we're doing, what we're thinking, what we're saying. So we want to make our behavior and our thoughts and our speech as pleasing to Hakadosh Baruch Hu as possible. As he's going to explain, he's going to explain that how that process works further on in the chapters here.
Okay.
Good. Okay, let me just 1 second. Um, let's see if there's anything here. Yeah. Okay. Very good. I think we can go back to the Havos Halavovos. That was the That was the Mr. Bruin Siman Aleph. Actually the Mechaber and the Ramon. Basically the Ramon.
Okay. So let's see. We were in this small paragraph.
Right.
Um, I'm not sure exactly where we were in the paragraph.
Um, that was the um, uh, uh, yeah, that was the middle. It was sort of in the middle of the first uh, sentence again. Kasher yeh ha'inyan hazeh shav el rion hamaymin tamid. When this concept shall be constantly held in mind by the one who believes this, v'yachshov hamaymin tadir im nasho alav, and the person who believes this will continually consider this with himself. He'll consider this important to himself. Yeah, this is where we are. Yeah, boyri is barach nimsa imo mitzvuno. It'll turn out that Akash Baruch Hu is going to be found to be right along with him in his thoughts.
The thoughts of a person or the thoughts of Hashem.
No, in the thoughts of a person.
Okay, so to the extent that the person believes in this matter, Hashem will be in his thoughts.
Right.
Okay, and can we review what is this matter?
That's exactly what we were just learning in the Mishnah in Shulchan Aruch. Shavisi Hashem Nagdi Tamim. We have to constantly bear in mind that Hashem is continually watching over us, observing us, of whether it's our behavior, whether it's our speech, or whether it's our thoughts.
Ah, okay. So if we can establish that uh, we have an awareness of Hashem and we believe it, uh, then we'll have an awareness of Hashem.
And not only simply, but it should be as constant as humanly possible.
So you have to try and make and keep this constant, this awareness of Hashem, but to keep it constant.
Right. Right.
Okay, so year who be be'ain shekulo vayehi yira oso tamid uh, yimro mo uvo chan es maasav v'chukar es pa'alav b'hanegas b'riosav. Um, let's see, and let's see. Um, he if he fears, no, if he sees,
Right.
if he sees but ba'ayin with his eyes, that all of this,
Well, this is not shikol. This is sichlo. B'ayin sichlo. V'yiru b'ayin sichlo. He should literally. It means he should see with the eyes of his intelligence, or the eyes of his mind. Meaning, he should imagine.
uh, and he should imagine that it is his own fear.
No, here it means that he's being observed constantly.
That he is being observed constantly. Excuse me. And he's exalted, and he chooses uh, his deeds, uh, and he analyzes his words.
This is what Hashem is doing, right?
Oh, Hashem is choosing uh, to act.
Well, I think it's that 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 Hashem is boichein masav. Hashem is evaluating his deeds, v'choike es polov, and analyzing his actions, v'hanhagas briosav, in the way he acts amongst people, v'hanhagas apolosiv, in the way he acts amongst people.
Hama'a yidos al gidolos gidol so the ramamo so the chacha maso vayichal so. Um, so ma'amidos is his belief.
Now, 1 second. 1 second. I think that when a person is going to bear this in mind, that Hashem is evaluating his deeds and analyzing his actions, especially in dealing with people, Mamidos al and he's going to establish himself, right? He's going to establish himself in terms of doing good thing, good godlus, or his he's going to establish himself to be in matters of greatness and exaltedness, and with wisdom, and with potential. Meaning, he's going to put forth his very best efforts. You just, I don't know if you remember your um your first driving test. I remember my first driving test. I went to when I was a teenager. I went to apply for a driver's license. So At least where I grew up, you had to get into a car with a driver tester. So you get behind the wheel, and he'd sit next to you, and he'd tell you where to go and what to do, right? So you want to pass the test. So you obviously try and put forth your very best efforts in passing that test. You be try and make yourself to be the best driver you possibly could be, right? Because you want to impress the driver tester, in order to pass the test. So likewise, knowing that Hashem is testing you, yeah, He's watching you, He's testing you. So you put forth your very best efforts to make yourself as impressive and great in the eyes of the Kadosh Baruch as possible. Okay. Maybe we came to the end of that paragraph. Maybe let's stop to take a break here.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Baruch
Yeah, thank you,
very
Lou.
good.
We'll be back with the Mr. Barashir shortly.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Lou.